Hello YouTube, this is DFishFan here, bringing you my main deck that I'm going to be taking this Saturday to YCS Anaheim. Like I said, I planned on bringing you the deck profile before, and that's what I'm doing. Alright, so I want to try to get through this quickly. This is the deck. The main deck is finished. The side deck, I'm not going to show you, not because it's like some super secret or nothing like that. It's like some CIA side deck. Nothing like that, honestly. It's just that I am not 100% sure on what I'm going to run for the side deck, which I know is a bad thing to say 2 days before the big tournament. But that's just the case right now. There's so many choices and so many. Do I run one of this, two of this, three of this? You know, pretty crazy. So, or as I like to say, crazy fool shit. So, yeah. A lot of choices there, but nonetheless, my main deck is done, so I thought I'd let you guys see what I'm going to be running. Obviously, 6 Samurais, the most broken deck of the format. I think everyone's in agreement with that. I do like other decks, and I do like this format overall in general. I think if it wasn't for Samurais, that this would probably be the most balanced format since I've come back into Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just so balanced. Except I do think Samurais are a little bit ahead of everyone else. But nonetheless, let's get to the deck. We got 3 Kagekis, 3 Kagamushas, you know, instant Shien, legendary 6 Samurai Shien, 2 old Grandmasters and 3 young Grandmasters. Kizan. Kizan's special summoning ability is amazing, and a level 4, so you can normal summon him. It's just such an advantage. Hand of the 6 Samurai, and 1 Mizuho. So, as you can see, I chose to run 1 of each, old and young. Now the reason for that, I've seen some people, they run 2 Hand of the 6 instead of Mizuho, and that's a lot of monster destruction. That's understandable, but Mizuho comes in handy because there are some times where you want to pop back row even though it's just once per turn. And yes, there are some times that you want to pop multiple monsters even though they have back row. So I think they're such a great balance together that I run 1 of each, and they're both searchable through Shien Smoke Signal, which is a huge plus because you can get a beater off of Smoke Signal. So yeah. Alright, so great Shogun Shien. He is a tech of mine. Some people, I'm sure I'm not the only one that runs him, but a lot of people say, you know, he is a dead draw, and I'm not going to deny it. He can be a dead draw. There are some times, you know, where you don't have a lot of or you open up early with him and you can't swarm right away. So he's pretty much a dead draw, and you definitely don't want to top deck him if you have no monsters. But with this card, I really see the pros outweighing the cons in this card. It's so great when you have them out there with legendary 6 Samurai Shien, and even though if you negate their spell or trap, they can activate another one, it's so much control that you have on your opponent. It's kind of a lockdown, honestly, even without it actually being a lockdown, because what do most people do to get rid of Shien? The most common way they get over him, besides monster effects, is they have to bluff a spell or trap, hope you negate, and then Dark Hole or Smashing or something crazy like that. So, or Torrential or something crazy. So, with this, you let the bait go through, and that's pretty much it for their spells and traps for the turn. That's it. So, not a lot that they can do to get out of this. They have to either have mass destruction or run it over, but even when they run it over, you can destroy another one, so very good. So my last tech of the monster lineup is special awesome, and it is this guy, Neospatian Grand Mole. This guy's amazing. You guys know how annoying he can be, and he actually works pretty well in this deck. I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, level 3 Earth, so you want Naturia Beast. Honestly, I've probably only gotten Naturia Beast out once. I'm not even going to run him in my extra deck because that is not the point of this card. The whole point of this card in this deck is for more control. Now the way I like running Sams is control based. As you can tell, I've used that word a lot this video. When you have legendary 6 Samurai Shien out there, usually all your opponent can do is stall or go for a big play. Now Grand Mole helps against stalling because it just sets them back a turn every time, summon wise. And against big plays, Grand Mode can bounce big synchros, pretty much any synchro honestly, or fusion, except for what was it? Catastor. Catastor takes him down. But nonetheless, you got ways to get over Catastor, and with him and Legendary 6 Samurai, I've had people scoop on me. This is a great card, and I'm looking forward to using it this weekend. Alright, on to the spell lineup. We got one Gateway. What can I say about Gateway? It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. We got 3 Xian Smoke Signals. Obviously a Searcher to go along with Reinforcement of the Army. Then we got 3 6 Sam Uniteds. Very nasty draw card in this deck. Upstart Goblin, just to help thin out the deck. You know, it still runs really well. I don't know why people gave up on it, even though I think it's a terrible card overall. Runs really well in this deck. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, and then the cards that I think should be banned this format: Giant Trunade, Dark Hole, and Reborn. I mean, Reborn is not as terrible because Gravekeepers are running around, so it's a complete dead draw against the deck. So that kind of balances out. But Dark Hole and Trunade are so fucking nasty. If you could have the most control in the world, and if they get those cards on you, all your control goes out the window. So not a big fan of those cards, but nonetheless. Onto the traps, we got 3 double-edged sword techniques to make it easier to get both Xians, you know, Legendary Xian and also Great Shogun. So definitely helps that. And 2 Magatamas, like a free Solemn, amazing. Remember, people, if you have a monster on the field, if you have a 6 Samurai on the field and they activate Warning while you try to summon another one, you can Magatama. A very good card. Trap Stun. This is actually a late addition to this deck. Kind of like another Trunade, except I think it's more fair. It's a really good card, just because this deck has, especially this build, goes off in 1 turn, you know, and to do that safely, Trap Stun sometimes helps. Alright, and then we got 1 D-Prison. I tried to find room for 2, but it's too good of a card not to run 1, so I have to run 1. Mirror Force, Torrential, and then of course double Solemn Warning. So this is my build that I'm taking to, what is it, YCS Anaheim. Hope to see you guys there. If you guys see me there, feel free to come say hello. I always welcome that, meeting new YouTubers and YouTube players and all that good stuff. So I look forward to seeing you guys there and playing against you guys. So before I leave you guys, let's show you the extra deck. I run 3 Xians. Yeah, you can get away with 2, but I like 3 because I run 3 double-edged, so it is possible. Catastor, don't forget about this guy. Very good synchro. He can win games for you, so don't forget about him. Magical Android. Honestly, she's fallen out of a rotation for a couple decks, but I really like this card. If Thought Ruler was easier to get out in this deck, I would run him because both of these cards can save games with the life point gainage. Gainage? Is that a word? I don't know. Brynak. Barkion. 2 cards that really help you in this deck. Flamebearer Equasis. Another card that can win games by himself. You know, Spirit Reaper, what's that? Kinetic Soldier, stuff like that. This card can run over and get more powerful in the process and do piercing. Very good card to have. And then Gaia Knight, just a good beat stick at level 6. You know, can get over some of those higher power monsters. Black Rose, Stardust, and Colossal. Colossal's amazing against Samurais. So yeah. Mistworm, since it is possible to get out, and until Trishula comes out. And Ally of Justice, Decisive Armor. Now, I'm sure he's not a staple in this extra deck, but I really like him a lot. I think he has a great effect, you know, if you're playing a light deck, and can win games by himself with his effect, but also not bad just to be able to synchro into a 3300 beat stick. And then of course Chimera Tag, just in case you play the Cyber, since I do side Cyber Dragon in case your opponent is stupid enough to leave theirs out there. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Remember to rate, comment, favorite, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys at YCS. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. Laters.